my god, man. I cannot believe that we are so close to wipe already. February 8th is right around the corner. And wait a minute, wait, what's today? Today is the 31st from the filming of this video. By the time you watch it, wipe may already be here. Nah, I ain't gonna take that long to upload it. I'm lying. But what is that? What is that? Can I not get behind this thing? All right. Oh, here it is. Oh, yo, that is amazing. I can't believe that I have 100 subscribers. You guys are actually watching this content. You know, I mean, honestly, I'm be real. I looked at the statistics. Not many of my subscribers are watching the content over and over again, but there are some. And I gotta tell you, those of you that are, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much that I, myself, am deciding to give back. I have this whole beautiful way panned out in my head of how I'm actually going to go through this next wipe that is going to get me to being a Giga Chad as quick as possible. And you know what? Since I got 100 subscribers, I decided that I am, instead of keeping that to myself, I'm going to share the 6 best tips that you can also use to make sure you come out of the Meta Quest wipe on top, boys. And number 1 is buy gear. I know this is gonna sound kind of counterproductive because, you know, fresh wipe, you know, you don't have that much money and people are just gonna be, you know, scurrying for gear and stuff like that. But let's be honest here, guys. Look at this. This is the only room that we're gonna have unlocked. Me personally, I bought the whatever it was, nuclear what, so I'm gonna get level 2 this room right off jump, I think. Sorry, but I actually wrote this plan for people who are only going to have this, because at one point of time, I didn't get that right off jump. At one point in time, this was all I had. I'm telling you, it is worth it. Hold on. Here, come here. Instead of, let me just show you. We're going to go to really quick is Spectre, because I need to show you the perfect gun, or actually the perfect 2 guns that you're going to be able to use that's going to keep you on top. One of them is the SKS. So what you're looking at is a SKS. You want to build one of these. You're gonna look at getting a few magazines, so just 3 magazines coming in at $5.50 a piece, and then you're gonna have 1 mag in the weapon. Wow, that's crazy. But you're gonna have 1 mag in the gun, and then you're gonna have a backpack on your back with the other 2 mags in there. Now, this is a really good build if you're actually accurate. Now, for the people who like to spray, the only thing that's gonna be worth it, as far as spraying, getting a little bit more to fool around with, is gonna be this MP40, and you're only looking at it for right over $2,000. And then you can get the mags for relatively cheap, and they got 32 rounds in them, you know what I mean? So you're looking at 482 per mag for this bad boy. But there is some very key differences between the two. If you get the SKS, all you're going to need is the SKS, those 2 mags in your bag, and an NRS. If you scratch the NRS, it's a super cheap build. If you want to run the MP40 though, what I would suggest is adding a bra and the magazine pouch, which you get from Minty. But look at that. Rapid fire, if you know what you're doing, you can hold it down. The bra, look, only 100. You get the bra and you get you this single mag pouch, is because if you're gonna be spraying, that means that you're gonna be out of ammo like that. You're not gonna be counting bullets. So you're gonna need something to, boom, drop that mag, put it back in there, rack it, and keep on going. Quick tip before I even move on to that: when you go to buy weapons, or any of this actually, make sure you hit this favorite button before you buy it. That way you can buy it from your kiosk back at the bunker, and you don't even have to come back here. But I'm gonna put up some quick stats because there's a very, very big difference about the SKS, where I would say if you can run the SKS, run it. SKS will pin somebody with FMJ all the way up to tier 6, all right? Can't say the same for the MP40. While you're blasting off, the damage is really good on the SKS. The damage is okay on the MP40 and makes up with it with its rate of fire. It may be the slowest firing SMG, or one of the slowest, if not the slowest firing SMG, but it makes up for that because it helps you stay accurate. However, sadly, the MP40, only pins up to, with FMJ now, only pins up to level 3. If someone's going around rocking anything over level 3 armor, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, you are not going to pin them with this at all. Personally, I would just go for the SKS. Like, if you can spare the accuracy, granted there's a reason they're level 1 traders, all right? Both of them take a decent amount of time to get back on target after each shot. And the MP40, this makes firing it really hard, but if you learn how to point fire, it also makes the MP40 a beast. I've with full tiered out armor, I've almost been destroyed by MP40 multiple times. My number two point, and that's you have to learn how to loot efficiently and effectively, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by that as well. Let's go check this out. I personally like to run the SKS build, as I was saying earlier. All right, this is the run that I'm gonna run here today, and all you need is, like I said, you can scratch the NRS, and if you really want to make these some budget builds, you can scratch the NRS, and you're running these over and over and over again, no matter how many times you die, and you're bringing out better loot. The point of running these is to have something that you can replace, that you can get again, and you don't have to worry about finding whatever the game has to offer you. This is an intermediate guide, so like if you want a naked running guide or you want a beginner's guide, there's plenty of those out there, but this is for the people who really want to make the best bang for their buck. Okay, so let's get in here, and I'm gonna give you an actual example of how you loot efficiently and effectively. In order to loot efficiently and effectively, you are going to have to choose how you loot, what you loot, and when you loot it. Very, very smart. When I ran into this world, as you can see, I'm by a hotspot. You got radio up there, you got labs right here, and you also have the extract boathouse right there. Very, very, very much so hotspots. Player kills should not be your worry, or your concern rather, should not be something you're specifically going to directly at the beginning of wipe. You don't need to be rushing into player fights right now. You have to get your levels up to start unlocking bunker upgrades. That is one of the most important things early wipe, is to get through your bunker upgrades as fast as possible. Alright, super quick, just like that. I completely avoided those guys. I let them do their thing. They didn't even know that I was down there peeping on them. And because I chose not to fight, now I'm going to be actually able to go in here and get some loot that's not going to get me killed. So like all these items right here, all these little items, like people leave shit like this all the time. I'm telling you, like, this is where you're gonna make your money. If there's a lot of boxes or crates or something like that in one area, what you would normally do is open up all the crates, open up all the loot that's within that area, decide what you actually want to take, and open your bag one time. Lighthouse isn't the best scenario to show you that because everything is kind of spread out, but I can't tell you how many people I've murked solely for the simple fact that I knew that they were there from them opening and closing their bags so many times, and that's the only reason I even knew that they were there. All right, also the next tip, to loot efficiently, stack your bag from the bottom up. You'll see as I fill this up, but everything that I want to sell is always going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to build up. Everything that I want to keep, I keep up towards the top so I can get it, one, easy access, and two, you're keeping the loot and what you actually want to keep separate. Makes it a lot easier when you make it back to your bunker, to just snatch everything at the bottom of the bag and sell it. Makes it way easier. So we're gonna let the map evolve just a little bit more. I'm gonna let those people get out of here. And while I'm doing that, that kinda leads me into my number 3. You gotta learn the map, and you gotta learn the spawns. I know it involves a little bit of homework. I know it involves playing the game. Number 1, that's how you learn the maps. But learning the spawns, you have to play the game because you memorize the spawns that you actually spawn in. But look at a map. Pull up a map. Ghost of Tabor has its own whole wiki page, and I promise you, it makes you think about things like you never thought of. If you're an intermediate player and you're wondering what can take my gameplay to the next level, what can take my skills to the next level, I probably have to say that that's probably number one. Learn the spawns, because you're gonna know from where you actually spawn at. You're gonna learn where your weak points are. You're gonna learn where the people that spawn around you, you're gonna learn where their weak points are, and it's gonna teach you how to approach those weak points. Now, knowing the map is good. Knowing the map tells you where the loot actually is. However, knowing the spawns is equally as vital, because it tells you how to get there. There's this thing called map evolution. For example, how I knew that somebody would spawn at Lighthouse. You notice how I stopped instead of just running straight to Lighthouse, because I knew that there were spawns up there. I let the people get in there, I let them do their thing, and then I let them leave for that specific reason. There is something called map evolution. Now, what that is for the duration of the raid, everybody's going to spawn in at their certain points, and the way that the extractions are set up, it's going to force whoever spawns on this side of the map to run all the way to prison side. Whoever spawns on prison side, it's going to force them to run all the way over here. Our labs, that also goes for spawning over here. And if you spawn by labs, you can either split over here towards the beach spawn, or you can split all the way to the left side of the map towards prison extract over there by border or gate or whatever it's called. The point I'm making is that now I know for a fact that those two dudes up at Lighthouse, for absolutely no reason, will still be on this side of the map. They don't gain anything. They gain absolutely nothing by being on this side of the map. They may still be at Lighthouse, and they may be looting these camps, and that's a big maybe. Most people don't find value in these camps. So typically they try to get to the high tier spots, which you don't need to be worrying about, fresh white, because you don't get what you need to even use that high tier loot until way down the line, man. Like you're not unlocking the GPU room. You're not unlocking the GPU room. Hopefully nobody attacks me for that, but you're not unlocking the GPU room for a while. You are not unlocking any of the second armory. You know, like what's the point of a purple key card if you go and use it and you don't even have a place to put the loot? Now all these little things right here, take small items, take flat items, take things that you can stack. Look at this. Look at the amount of loot. The fan, I mean, it can kind of go either way. They sell decently, but if you can fit them, I mean, great. Like, and I'm gonna try to glitch it to the side of this bag, or maybe even the back. Maybe it's out of the way. See right there? I just can't get it in there comfortably. Like, I don't feel like that's worth it. I may end up taking that out, but that's still not bad. We just got a whole backpack upgrade. That's more loot that we can take out. So have the patience to actually take all of these things, because in the end, it's just gonna make your pockets fatter, okay? Like, you know, most people may be like, oh, well, that's not gonna be worth it, but that's bread. That's bread. If you make it out with that, that's money. That's profit, you know, and you're buying these kits specifically for that, to make profit. At the end of the day, that's what's gonna make you survive. Not getting into fights all the time, not being able to get just the most whatever randomest guns that you can find. That's not what's gonna help you survive. Why is he dead? Sometimes it's just good to abort, you know? And honestly, that kind of brings me to gotta know when to bite and when to fight. Look, and they already came up here. I'm telling you, people just leave loot all the time. If you're patient, if you have the patience, you're gonna get ahead. This isn't just happening right now. People do this all the time. This is how I made it through, and that's why I'm giving you guys this information, because I wish I would have played like this at the beginning, because this is how I really started making bread. This is how I really started getting through the traders, was just not worrying about fighting and worrying about what matters the most, making bread, bro. And you're gonna absolutely see exactly what that looks like off of just this little quick raid. And I told you when I was in the tree, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna survive. Was that my stomach? Oh my god. Let's take what we got, and I'm gonna go ahead and extract before my food and water gets too low. The most important thing is getting out, making it out so you can actually sell the fruits of your labor. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit this comfortably, so we'll get rid of that. Nothing in there. All right, let's extract. I told you, that easy. I don't have this extraction. Okay. Oh, I did spawn right there on the beach. Oh, well, that's ironic. Now I'm gonna die. Selling all that is guaranteed over 6K. So just off this run alone, I'm making profit. But don't be like me and be dumb and forget where you spawned and then not make it out to extract. NRSs are saving my life right now. Another reason you should bring them in. I'm definitely not gonna make it from this far away though, sadly. I myself made this a problem. I messed up. Hey, you know what? Oh my god, I'm not giving up. I know I can't make it all the way down there, but what I can make it to is this kitchen. Come on, let's see how my luck is today. Oh. Oh my god. No way. Give me that. No way. No way. No way. And an energy drink. This was literally meant to be. Now let's get out of here. Absolutely. See you later, boys. I'm alive. You. Once again, learning the map. Look at that. Now, let's see. So we already know how much this kit would have cost, all right? So now let's look. This is where we're at. Look at how much profit we're gonna make real quick. Look at that. Made over 23, 22 grand? Come on, man. Made over 20 grand off that little baby run. Off of a kit that you paid no more than, I don't know, 6K for. But do not let that deter you. You do need to get this first planner, so until level 21, you can be stacking up on all of the bud. It's not going to accumulate this fast, but by the time you get to 21, you're going to have a bag like this, filled with bud, to where you can just make NRSs whenever you need them. And that's what's going to save you money on these kits, because that's the most expensive part of these kits. Number 6 is probably the most important one. Just play the game. Just play the game. Have fun. You're gonna die. You're meant to die in this game. Let's be honest, because somebody has to live, somebody has to die. That's just the bare bones of the game. You do not need loot to survive in this game. You just need the know-how. I hope you learned something out of all of this, and if you've learned nothing, please just remember this tip. Keep on playing. Have fun. It gets better, and you will get better. See you in the MetaQuest wipe.